Hi, I'm Sheybani, founder of Starting Over. I often talk about how running saved my life, and really what running did for me is it gave me a sense of accomplishment, it gave me an identity. And a lot of my friends have been asking, well, how do you even start a running program? I know myself that when I started running, I did it all wrong. I absolutely hated running. I hated running basically because I was going out way too fast. I'd seen what runners look like on TV and I thought, okay, that's how I have to run. So I would go out, I would completely blow it out. I would start to get side cramps. And if you keep going too long and you have the side cramps, eventually you end up throwing up and you despise it. So I learned how to run on a treadmill. And the beauty of a treadmill is it teaches you how to pace yourself. The first thing that you need to do right when you get on a treadmill, and you can do this outside too. You don't need a treadmill, but the treadmill is the best, quickest way to learn how to pace yourself. The secret is to starting running is you have to run really slowly. You have to look like an idiot, and I'm going to show you how slow you have to start running. Just remembering that in order to do something well, you have to look pretty stupid doing it the first few times. I'm going to hit the treadmill and I'm going to put it at about 4.0. So I'm going to quick start and I'm going to bring my speed up. I'm walking, and I'm going to bring it up. This is a quick walk. This is 3.2. This is where you're still walking. And we get to a point where you're not able to walk anymore, but you're barely running. And you figure, my grandmother could do this. And I'm going to do this. And the secret is, you want to be able to do this pace for 10 minutes. If you can do this pace for 10 minutes, and you hear how I can talk, you can hear that I'm working a little bit because my breath is up, but I'm able to carry on a conversation. So the first day you want to do this, you're going to do this for 10 minutes. You never hold on to the treadmill because your arms do half the work for you. So over the course of maybe 1 month or 2 months, here's what you want to do. You want to run every other day. You want to start out the first time for 10 minutes. You want to start out the second time for 15 minutes. And the next day you're going to do 20 minutes. You're going to up it 5 minutes each time you run. You want to be consistent and comfortable at 4.0 for a week. Then the following week, when you're running 3 days, you're going to bring it up to 4.1. You're ramping it up just a little notch. You look silly almost. You're not really running, you're not really walking. It's something in between. And over the course of a month or 2 months, the goal is to get to running half an hour straight at a very slow pace. And you want to be slowly ramping it up to maybe 5.0. And I'll show you what 5.0 looks like. It looks like you're almost starting to run like a human being. I'm running at 5.0. When you hit 5.0, this is the first time you feel like you're running. You can almost call yourself a runner. And the goal is, once you hit 5.0, to build a time until you can run like this for an entire hour. So, when you work your way up to an entire hour, it is the first time you will feel like a champion. You'll run at a reasonable pace for an entire hour. I say it would take about 2.5 months to get here. The next step with running, once you have the pace down, once you know what it's all about, you want to break it up and take it out on the pavement. One of the reasons you want to take it out on the pavement is the sides of your shins, right in here, and your ankles do not get a workout when you're on a treadmill. You'll get a totally different feel when you're outside. Pay attention to where things start to bother you. If you run on your toes too tall, you know you got to bring it down because the front of your shins are going to smart. If your heel's striking too much, you're going to have a problem with your knees and your lower back. So when I started running, my major motivation was to lose weight. I had gained a whole bunch of weight and I wanted to just drop it off. And everybody always says if you run, you can't keep weight on. Here's the secret about running. Your goal at this stage to become an entry-level runner is to be able to run 3 miles 3 times a week. This is a perfect baseline to start a whole bunch of things. But to become a runner in your own heart and in your own head, 3 times a week at the minimum for 3 miles. Well, when you run, each mile you run, no matter how fast you run it, uphill, downhill, whatever, you burn 100 calories. So if you go out for a half an hour and you've got a nice moderate pace on you, you're burning 300 calories. 300 calories doesn't add up to that much. If you're running 3 times a week, you just burn 900 calories. So you don't want to be eating ice cream and pizza thinking you can eat whatever you want because you're a runner. One of the best benefits, besides keeping your metabolism pumping, besides feeling good in your own body, feeling strong and confident, is how you feel up here. When you start running, you give yourself space, you give yourself time to think, you give yourself that luxury of you time. The other thing I would tell you is go out and make some new friends. The winter months get dark. It gets dark early, it gets dark late. If you're a woman, you're a little bit worried about running on your own outside. Treadmill's always a great option. How great would it be to have a running buddy at work, somebody who's bitching about the last 5 pounds they need to lose, and running at lunch hour with them? It worked wonders for me. Sign up for your first 5K. Do it today. Do it even before you're ready. Give yourself 3 months to prepare. In 3 months, at the program that I just told you about on the treadmill, you'll be able to run a 5K. Make some new friends. Get off the couch. Go and have fun. Be powerful.